नहीं होती. In our O level, we had a concept that energy is not negative, but यहाँ energy is taking a negative sign. So let's make it our first concept. Significance of negative sign. Now this is our next title. आपको ये वाली heading डालनी है.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Now look at this concept, the negative sign. What the negative sign means, negative sign with energy means that nothing can escape. Nothing can escape the planet on itself. Actually, we all are bound in the gravitational field of the earth. We cannot escape until we apply some force. And it is an idea of external effort. The negative energy is the amount of energy required to escape a gravitational field. So it means that suppose you calculate energy for an object, and you get an answer minus 20 joule. What this minus 20 means? This energy means that the object is at a lower energy level, just like it's a surface and you are sitting here. So you have to reach here. So you need to put this much energy. So negative sign means you cannot escape the planet, even if the planet goes upside down. And you know from present movies that our planet is open from nearly a lot of places, but even then nothing can fall out of the planet. कभी ऐसा नहीं हुआ कि कोई चीज planet से बाहर गिर गई हो. This is a very interesting theory. Why? Because nature is holding everything by energy, and this holding energy is called negative gravitational potential energy. So what is the concept? Why gravitational potential energy is negative?
So it is the amount of energy required to escape gravitational field.
It means अगर तुम इसको एक वर्ड में ट्रांसलेट करो तो इस वर्ड को तुम याद कर लो तो तुम्हें कॉन्सेप्ट समझ में आ जाएगा कि ये एनर्जी नेगेटिव क्यों है. बिकॉज इट इज अ ग्रिप. जैसे आप किसी को पकड़ लें, ठीक है, आप किसी को पकड़ लें 10 जूल एनर्जी से, ठीक है, तो उसको आपसे
छुड़ने के लिए सॉरी जस्ट होल्ड ऑन फॉर 1 सेकंड. मैंने एक्चुअली मेरे हेडफोन्स पता नहीं कहां है. लेट मी जस्ट वेट देम. आपकी आवाज मेरे फेंट आ रही है. मेरे स्पीकर में कोई इशू है. जस्ट गिव मी अ सेकंड.
नो प्रॉब्लम.
Thank you for your patience, sir. Am I audible, sir? Hello?
Hello, Zen, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Sir, am I audible?
Yes. Now look at this concept then, that the negative sign shows a
जी.
concept of grip. So अगर आप किसी को ऐसे grip कर लो, तो जितनी एनर्जी से आप ग्रिप करोगे उतनी ही एनर्जी से उसको निकलना पड़ेगा. So इसीलिए gravitational potential energy is a grip energy. You can make it a concept. The planet is holding us, everyone. A planet is holding every one of us by an energy, and it is called gravitational potential energy. We have to copy this screen.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Done. Thank you.
So actually gravity is the same for every object. Gravity is the same. Gravity is like a Wi-Fi signal. So it doesn't matter you have a big mobile, a small mobile, a laptop, but obviously from the receiving end, maybe a laptop receives more signal of Wi-Fi. So make the next concept for today. Gravity is the same for every object. The gravity on an electron is the same as the gravity on us. Gravity is the same. It's like a signal. Wi-Fi signals are the same. Some objects receive more signal, some objects receive less signal. So more mass an object has, the more energy it requires. So you need more energy to escape. Again, when something is negative, it is below x-axis. Gravitational potential energy is below x-axis because it is a negative energy. You have to copy this screen now. Especially note the graph is below x-axis. Have you copied it? Then can you hear me? मुझसे चला कैसे रहा है? You can see this one that there is a sketch of potential energy against distance. This graph is below x-axis. This graph is below x-axis, and you can see it is in the negative portion. It is in the negative portion, and you can identify this as a concept that the potential energy is always negative. I hope if you can learn this concept, because We started today class from this concept. What is the concept? Can you please read for me?
Potential energy is always negative.
Gravitational potential energy
Is always negative. Should I write this down? नहीं, ये तो पहले लिखा हुआ था.
already written. Gravitational
yes.
potential energy is always
So,
negative.
Negative.
Now, have you copied this sketch?
Copying, sir, in the process. हो गया copy, sir.
Now you have to see this one, that gravitational potential energy is always negative. Now I'm putting my next definition, next title. Next topic is gravitational potential energy difference. You have to copy this.
जी. Sorry, sir.
No problem.
Copy, sir. Let me just mute myself.
Gravitational potential energy difference. Now remember this concept. Gravitational potential energy is always at one particular point. So suppose you step up and you go to the next floor and you reach a point which is said to be Q. Okay, now this is the energy here. This is 10 joule and this is 30 joule. So gravitational potential energy always occurs, is measured at a point. From 10 to 30, you have gained 20 joule. This 20 joule is called gravitational potential energy difference. So what is the concept? जब आप gravitational field में अपनी जगह बदलते हैं, you go up or you come down, potential energy changes. This change is called gravitational potential energy change. Now this is a gravitational field and a mass is moving in the field. So if you travel from A to B, gravitational potential energy changes. Suppose a very famous example, a satellite changes its orbit. You can see the satellite is switching its orbit. Gravitational potential energy changes. Now, after giving this heading, write under it, write under it that gravitational potential energy, gravitational potential energy is always measured at one particular point
जी sir.
full stop, when an object changes its position when an object
Yes, sir. Copy. When an object
When
changes
an
its
object
position.
changes its position in a gravitational field, its gravitational potential energy changes.
G. Can you repeat it once again, sir?
When an object changes its position in a gravitational field, its gravitational potential energy changes. You have to copy this screen.
Yes, sir. Doing so.
Now, this is an example. So,
Sir, sorry,
now,
मैंने पिछला पूरा नहीं किया था, sir.
okay.
Sorry. Okay, sir. Done. Yes, sir. Copied it.
Now, see this example that a satellite is changing. This is one of their favorite question that, as I mentioned, in gravitation, this is their favorite topic: satellites, stars, meteors, comets. We did that on our past paper class also. So, a satellite
G.
is changing its orbit. A satellite, now I have to copy this screen.
Yes, sir. इसके अलावा कुछ लिखना है सर कि बाकी मैं अपना कॉपी करूँ?
So, this is the screen.
Okay. Yes, sir. Copy.
Now, this is one of their favorite example. Now, what you do, as always they do in every topic, this is now a derivation. So give a side heading, derivation. You have to copy this now. You have to copy this screen.
Sir.
Yes.
Copy.
Now, delta U means change. अच्छा, अब remember this concept that जो U है, the gravitational potential energy, the gravitational potential energy is always negative. Delta U can be positive, can be negative. Work done against gravity, work done by gravity. जो change होती है किसी चीज की, वो तो दोनों तरफ जा सकती है. But remember, gravitational potential energy in its nature is always negative. You have to copy this screen.
Yes, sir, copied.
Now, kinetic energy in a gravitational field. We were doing when in our Sunday class, this question came in the paper that derive a formula for kinetic energy. Now, remember, this is a famous pair. Whenever potential energy comes, then kinetic energy also has to come. Acha, compare karo. What is potential energy, which is stored? What is potential energy? It is the stored version of energy. When energy is stored, we call it potential energy. So can you recall for me what is kinetic energy in AS in A2? What is kinetic energy? Then can you hear me?
Simon sir, am I not audible?
Yes, you're audible, and you have to answer a question for me that what
Yes,
is
sir,
kinetic
sorry.
energy?
Yes, kinetic energy is energy produced when there is any sort of movement or motion.
Yes, it is the energy due to motion.
Ji. Yes,
Kinetic energy in a gravitational field. Now, kinetic energy is the energy due to motion. Do you remember this formula, half mv square?
yes, sir. Kinetic energy.
Yes. Acha, what about this formula? Do you remember this? V is equal to under root gm upon r?
Yes, sir. This is recently हमने किया.
Yes. Okay. Now, if I put this v here, so square will cancel out the root sign.
बिल्कुल.
Good. So now you have to share this screen. It's a derivation again.
जी. Yes, sir.
Now I have placed it, and now I'm getting this formula half mgm upon r.
जी. Yes, sir. Copied.
EK is equal to half G mm upon R. अब ये जो इसका इतना पार्ट है ना ये, this was the formula for you. Now remember, A2 is flooded with formulas. इतने सारे formulas हैं हर chapter में. So you need to make a very good memory and you will get a lot of advantage because obviously when यहाँ तो अभी A2 classes are going to start in a week, but obviously when you start there in Lahore, then when the teachers will go at a very high speed as A2 syllabus is a bit longer and teachers want to finish it earlier. So the formulas will help you because then tests will come, class quiz will come, an assessment or whatsoever, what is there. So remember, formula is a very powerful thing. And again, if you can't remember, you can't, formulas are actually very close. Now look this concept that only a half is there. It means, इसका मतलब क्या है कि kinetic energy is half of potential energy. अच्छा, what is potential energy? It is holding you. It is holding you.
Me.
It is not allowing you to escape. Then what is kinetic energy? It wants
Energy
to
formed by
escape.
motion.
तो इसका मतलब है कि काइनेटिक एनर्जी पोटेंशियल का हाफ है. काइनेटिक एनर्जी पोटेंशियल का हाफ है. And it means no object can escape itself. Okay, you have to copy these two steps.
Yes, sir. Copied.
Now we come to our final title of this chapter, escape speed. Give this heading.
Given.
Escape speed is a concept. पीछे ये discussion हो गया that nothing can escape itself. एक बस अगर tilted हो, तुमने देखा होगा खास तौर पे if you have a chance of coming to Karachi. Lahore में now transport system is much better, but still in Karachi, in many areas of Pakistan, people are sitting on the roof of the buses and sitting. Many other issues are there. So even when a bus is tilted, anyone can fall down because of gravity effect. Now, this is a miraculous design of this planet, that this planet is tilted and it is spinning, it is orbiting, and it is open from the top, but nothing falls down. Even water doesn't never spill out. Why? Because potential energy kinetic का double है. जो energy हमें hold कर रही है, वो हमें escape करने से रोकती है. And that is why we need a rocket launch. We need a rocket launch. The launch speed is required. So what is escape speed? It is the minimum speed you need to take off to escape. What is escape speed? It is the minimum speed to take off to escape. Okay, now after giving the heading, right under it, it is the minimum speed to overcome gravity. It is the minimum speed.
Overcome gravity.
Overcome gravity.
Yes.
At the point of takeoff. at the point of
टेक ऑफ.
टेक ऑफ. अब देखो मैंने कॉन्सेप्ट बता दिया. जो एनर्जी आपको रोकती है वो ग्रेविटेशनल पोटेंशियल है, और जो एनर्जी आपको टेक ऑफ करवा सकती है वो कौन सी है? वो काइनेटिक एनर्जी है. सो काइनेटिक एनर्जी कैन टेक यू अवे फ्रॉम दिस प्लैनेट, इट कैन इजेक्ट यू. तो अब अगर आपको टेक ऑफ करवाना है तो इनके सामने बड़ी सिंपल सिचुएशन थी कि टेक ऑफ कैसे होगा. टेक ऑफ के लिए काइनेटिक एनर्जी शुड एक्सीड व्हाट? काइनेटिक एनर्जी शुड एक्सीड पोटेंशियल एनर्जी, राइट? काइनेटिक एनर्जी शुड एक्सीड पोटेंशियल, अदरवाइज वो टेक ऑफ नहीं कर सकेगा, वापस गिर जाएगा. मैंने उनके फॉर्मूला रखे, फिर मैंने नेगेटिव को इग्नोर किया क्योंकि आगे जाकर आई हैव टू टेक एन अंडर रूट, एंड यू आर अ मैथ स्टूडेंट, यू नो you can't take an under root sign on negative. This will cause a problem, and the function can go, the function can be, what you call, function can be bounced.
जी.
Okay, now give a side heading, derivation. Derivation हमेशा you have to copy with full understanding. Do not copy it blindly. If you get any confusion in any step, you should immediately ask. Now you have to copy this.
सॉरी सर, नेट डिस्कनेक्ट हो गया था फिर से. Sir, I've copied it.
Now I have got this inequality. Now look at this data. G is a constant, which is a universal constant. M is the mass of the earth. capital R is the radius of the earth and we need to find the velocity. You have to copy now this data sheet.
Yes. Copied, sir.
Now you know that you have to put them in a calculator. For the timing, we can save our working. And the answer I can show you on the screen. It's 11.2 kilometer in 1 second. So it's a very high speed, 11.2 kilometer per second. You need such a high speed.
Yes.
Okay, you have to copy this.
Yes, sir.
Now
Yes.
you have to give a heading formulas and many I have mentioned before कि सारे formulas register के आखिर में note करो. So you will in itself will be a formula book. Handwritten formula book जो होती है वो बहुत अच्छी होती है. तो आप एक अपना जो register है जो आप use कर रहे हो notes का सारे formulas register के आखिर में put करते जाओ और वहां आकर आप heading डाल दो gravitation formula section एक बना लो और उसमें सारे फॉर्मूला रजिस्टर के आखिर में लिखो बिकॉज A2 इज लोडेड विथ फॉर्मूलास.
जी. Okay, the screen copies now.
You have to copy this. These are the formulas.
Okay.
Chapter is gravitation. Gravitation comes every year. It is the second, sorry, it is the first question of paper 4.
Yes, sir. Done.
Newton law of gravitation, we have a launch velocity. Omega means angular velocity. And Kepler's law, Kepler's third law, is something which is coming in every second paper. Now you have to copy this.
Yes, sir. Done.
Now I'm showing the constants used in this chapter. Remember, the majority constants are given in the paper as a constant list. Also showing the units. Better learn all of them, the constant, the units, so you can save time. 2 hours paper, paper 4 is a very long paper.
Yes, sir. So do I copy this?
Yes.
अच्छा अभी एक से अपने हाथ को जरा Yes, sir. Not done yet. Just copying the last of the constants.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
You have to copy this.
Yes, sir.
So this is the end of this chapter.
Yes.
And now you have to change the page. And give the heading.
Electric field.
Electric field, the force field of a static charge.
Yes.
अब इसमें क्या हुआ था कि सिलेबस में चेंज हुई थी 2022 में इसका ये चैप्टर पहले इट वाज हाफ इन एएस एंड इट वाज हाफ इन ए2 but in 2022 AS version of electric field is now shifted to A2. So now this chapter is a big chapter. यानी ये जरूरी इसलिए समझना कि you need to solve both the questions for practice. ये पहले AS में था आधा और ये फिर A2 में भी था. पिछले साल इन्होंने ये किया कि they shifted both of them in one section. So you have to copy this screen.
Okay, sir.
Now give the heading AS version. So we will do this chapter in two parts. First, we will solve for the AS version. And first we work out the AS version of electric field and then we work out for A2 version.
Yes.
So now we stop here and we will inshallah continue in our next class. Kindly remember to share the homework.
Yes. Sorry again, sir.
But do it please today.
Yes, I will. And the mask ke paas wapas aake.
Okay, thank you. Allah Hafiz.